Shay Core Godaval. BBC
Radio London.
It's already 2:34. Shay here with you till 6 p.m. Throughout the show today, we are gearing up for England versus Argentina. And I'd like to know where you are watching the game. 0800 731 2000. And whether you're at work, at home, you're out and about, have you got your England top on? Get in touch. You can always drop me a text, 81333. Start the message with London. Now, I do appreciate it is a busy time. It's 15th of July. Schools are majority breaking up next week. But also, this time of year, wedding season is very much in swing. We just had Taylor Swift's wedding, didn't we, to Travis Kelce, which everyone has been talking about. There were no bridesmaids. She actually opted for her younger brother, Austin Swift, to serve as her man of honour. And Adam Sandler was the wedding officiant, quite something. But it's fair to say London does provide a wonderful backdrop for weddings. Well, I'm joined in the studio now with photographer, videographer and content creator. In fact, he specialises within the global wedding and fashion space. Ryan Ludley is the name. He's behind LΑL Studio. It's a platform. It showcases a lot of his work, editorial fashion and weddings and so much more. It's great to have you still in the studio, Ryan. And what's really interesting about your story is up until late last year, you were working in the corporate world. So what made you decide to kind of pursue your passion?
That's a good question. I have been a creative of sorts for many years. I've travelled a lot around the world. My mum was an air hostess.
Okay.
So growing up, me and my two brothers constantly going to places. My dad had a camcorder and he would say, take the camcorder, do what you want. I started to realise, this is actually quite fun, capturing memories. It then developed into me solo travelling a lot around Asia, even around America, and taking pictures and videos which were for my own benefit, but then I posted them and people actually responded saying, this is incredible. We're falling in love with places through your version of capturing them.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, there's something here. I kind of let it mull in the background. Being from a Punjabi family, I followed the stereotypical tradition of finance or law or being a doctor. So I studied finance in uni. I then went to finance in work.
Right.
So I was in finance consulting. Did that for 4 years. A great stint, got towards the end of it and realised, okay, something's missing. I'm not as creative as I used to be. The most amount of creativity is figuring out a PowerPoint slide where to place my image.
Yeah.
So a lot of unfulfilled potential. I spent a year kind of deliberating, okay, where do I see my future going?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see it within a corporate? Probably not. And that's when I started to then think, okay, how do I bring my passions to life, and photography being one of them?
It's quite something because you're an adopted Londoner, but you've really decided in your fashion work, especially, to use London as a backdrop. You specialise in editorial heritage fashion photography. So essentially, one of your posts, which is absolutely beautiful, and many people have been admiring, is, you've got an array of women wearing desi wear, desi glam, walking the streets of London. Why was it important for you to have London as the backdrop for all of this?
It's really important because London is the capital to the UK, right? It's where a lot of us think of when we come from around the world and we think, where do we want to go in the UK? London.
Right.
So growing up, I had realised it wasn't cool to be cultured. It wasn't cool to be desi as such, right? Nonetheless, I was. And so I thought to myself, okay, how do I change this narrative? How do I show some representation to an ethnic minority group through the work which I do? And it was a concept which I thought of, which merges my Indian heritage with my British roots. So how do I bring the two together through visual art? And how do I do it in a way which empowers the viewer and is more than just simply aesthetics? It gives emotion.
Nice.
And so I called up two of my friends. I said, you guys are going to be my models. They were like, we've got no modelling experience. I was like, it's all good. I've got a vision. It's
You've
going
got
to
the
work.
eye.
There you go. Brought them into central London, had them glammed up by two of my very good other friends, hair and makeup artists. We walked the streets of central London, Regent Street, Bond Street, Trafalgar Square, full Indian, South Asian jewellery against Western attire, so Western clothing.
Yep.
The amount of people that stopped and admired these two girls and said, what on earth are you doing? You look incredible.
Nice.
They felt empowered. I felt empowered by being able to bring this vision to life. And then when I released it on my social media, the amount of messages I got saying, brown girls don't get representation like this, or brown people in general. And it's so refreshing to see within the London landscape.
It's quite, wonderful, because we always talk about London being a multicultural city. It's very much a melting pot of different communities, different backgrounds and cultures. I would say, since Bridgerton, the show, specifically the one with Simone Ashley, where you got to see these wonderfully gorgeous South Asian women in a very mainstream show, in what is meant to be Victorian style England, and yet they're wearing kind of Indian jewelry with their, beautiful jhumkas or their earrings or the anklets, whatever it may be, against Western attire. Things have slightly changed. There's been a bit of a shift, which is really nice to see. But for you, as somebody, this is now the day job, how important has it been to use social media as an avenue, as a way to kind of reach people? We see a lot now of people becoming content creators, taking to the streets of London, other cities across the world, communicating with people, just interviewing them, and people sharing their stories and they go viral. You're using your videography, your photography skills online. What's that been like?
It's been an interesting area to navigate. Coming from corporate, where there's no need, your company and your work has no kind of relation to your social media, at least for me. Whereas now, my work is my passion, and so growing that is heavily reliant upon social media. It's interesting because the power which social media can have is truly incredible. It's connected me with people from all around the world who I never thought I'd be in contact with once upon a time. What's very, very interesting is social media seems to be moving in the direction of the process of finding the end product.
Okay.
So there once was a time when everyone would love the finished Instagram kind of aesthetic pictures which are ready to go.
Yeah.
Now it's, how did you get to that final product?
Talk us through the process.
Talk us through it. Walk us through it.
That's quite interesting because, of course, we are living in the age of AI where you can just prompt, a particular app. There are an array of them and it will do what you want, whereas you're discussing the process. And for anyone who's thinking, Shay, I thought you were going to talk weddings. We're getting there. The reason that I wanted context around your experience is because I'd like to know from you, as somebody who also does an array of weddings across the country. You're traveling to Italy tomorrow, so global weddings as well. Are couples booking videographers now, or are they themselves just using the iPhone or the Samsung or whatever phone there is available and recording and thinking, well, I can do this. I've seen other people do it on social media. Are you laughing at this? But generally, I wonder if that's the case. If the fact that all of us now think because we can film something and post it on social media, we therefore can get the perfect wedding video or, anniversary film, if you will.
I'm laughing because that is very much the case.
Really?
I've heard that several times and I've been told that. Well, what is it that you do which I can't do?
Yes.
And when I'm approached with that question, it's not even a debate in my eyes. It's say, try it. Go and try it. See how you get on. If it's a great product at the end, fantastic. You've saved yourself a good few quid.
Yep.
But truthfully, there is an art to storytelling, visual storytelling. It is not simply a case of I own an iPhone and I can pop it in front of me and I will end up with a wedding film at the end of it.
Sure.
The iPhone has made accessibility to capturing content fantastic. but there is still skill which is associated with using that accessibility, the iPhone. So I have had that question a few times, but truthfully, majority of people, I think, and especially couples, realize that even through an iPhone, it does require somebody who knows how to compose a frame, who knows how to orchestrate certain emotions from a couple and to bring it out through the camera. They know that we need somebody who knows how to do that.
So within that, wedding season is upon us. What advice would you give to anyone who's, decided London is going to be the backdrop of their big day? It's a busy summer and they want to ensure they find the right person who's going to capture their special day. Because that can also be the difficult aspect, is trying to figure out, well, I think all of these, videographers are amazing. How do you whittle down the one that's going to capture your emotions, as you were saying?
That's a very good question. When it comes to videographers and photographers, you have an abundance of options, especially in today's world. Like you mentioned, so many people are content creators. What it comes down to, in my opinion, is the human aspect. When you first reach out to a particular vendor, a particular videographer, how does it feel when that person is engaging with you? Does it feel like they care about your day? Do they want to take the time out for a call just to get to know you? Or are they saying, here are my rates, this is my availability, you make it work on your end?
Okay.
Right?
That's not what you want, is what you're saying. Someone who just gives you the stats and the prices and that's it.
For me, and the feedback which I've had from my clients is that they like my personal touch, right? The reason why people enjoy working with me, and I think that, well, I've been told that the content comes out well, is because I care. I care about someone's big day and I care about them. And what that does is it translates into the final product. So I'm not just capturing frames for the sake of, I've got another wedding this weekend. It's I know who I'm capturing. I know their family tree, right? I understand the importance of it.
It's a really important point, and I suspect for many it's going to help them as they figure out who they want to navigate. Alongside that, you'll have to come back, Ryan, let us know the next big fashion shoot. I know you've got guys involved in London this coming weekend, in and amongst the World Cup final. It's going to be quite something for you.
I'm very excited. The previous shoot which I did, the Indo-Western, was female-led. This one will be men's. I'm hoping it's not going to be over 30 degrees because that will be difficult. But nonetheless, I'm very pumped.
I look forward to hearing more about it. People can find you. Give us details for your social media.
Yes, absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram at LAL_studio. So that's LAL and then _studio.
Simple as that. LAL_studio, LAL Studio. Ryan Lally, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you.